You know, Randy, it's winter right now. I got a fireplace in my house. I actually have three fireplaces. And what do I like to drink when I'm at the fireplace?
What is it?
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Same thing I'd like to drink.
I liked it during the summer when I was having barbecues. I like it now. I like its iced tea flavor. I like cranberry. And for me, sometimes I like to go to their website to find out what's going on about Mike's Hard Racing Showdown, because that's real important. It's coming up, and you can get there by going to mikeshardlemonade.com.
I'm doing that tonight.
Do that. Call me afterwards, and we can compare notes. But it's Mike's Hard Lemonade. Perfect in the winter by the fireplace, and not bad in the summer at the barbecue. All right. Second half of a scheduled 4-rounder. Patrick Nwamu, he's in the white shorts. Eddie Dawson from Ontario, Canada, he's in the black. Nobody's been on the floor thus far, but Joel Judah getting very animated in the corner of Nwamu between rounds, Randy.
Well, they want him to get busier. He's laying back a little too much, just poking away, and they feel that if he opens it up, Dawson is his. It's been a very close fight, I think, so far.
I've got it a one-point fight for Nwamu, 20-19, giving him the second round. Nwamu throughout the fight thus far, switching from the southpaw stance back to orthodox.
That's right. You had that one round even. I've had 10-9 rounds both times for Nwamu, but I'm telling you, 10-9 as close can be. Make it almost like 10-9.5.
And not to imply that there are hometown decisions, but we are in New York, and coming down from Canada is Ed Dawson. And once again, fighting orthodox is the New York City kid, Punchin Pat.
You know, even if you try to find something for Pat right now, there's no question about it. Or Ed Dawson, rather. Ed is really trying to make the fight of it, but he is not effective. He's coming in, he's missing shots. You saw him miss a combination there. Got Club coming on in there. He did land a right hand in close. A slapping shot.
But he's got to, even when he finally gets in the inside like that, Randy, he's got to stay busy. And that's what's really hurting him here. He's finally getting on inside, which can, again, negate that advantage of being a southpaw, but then he's not doing anything. And his balance is terrible. He's really showing the effects of the layoff.
If either guy is showing the effects, it is Dawson. No question about it. He's lumbering, he's stumbling a little bit. His timing is just there.
Patrick's got one knockout in his 3 wins. He's got one lone loss to Russell Shiflett. It's a majority decision loss back in June of 2001. Dawson's losses coming to Jeff Anderson by 4-round decision, and Darren Whitley by 6-round decision.
Now there's that name Whitley again. Every once in a while you open the record books and the Whitleys, those Whitley twins, come up with victory after victory.
We saw it right here on Star against Cowboy Coker.
Just when you think they're not going to win, they do win.
Dawson, of course, though, has not been stopped, has a pretty good chin.
Well, here's that light heavyweight cruiserweight thing that we were talking about. I think there's a big difference here in the strength, that just inside strength between the two guys. I think
and a nice right hand over the top by Nwamu, catches. Dawson napping Dawson with his back to the ropes, and he's going to try to hold on. Definitely on clear street, and Mike Ortega's going to stop the fight. It's over. Very premature, Randy. I didn't think that was correct.
Well, I really am not one to second-guess the referee. I mean, he was staggering. This is why I like the standing A count. Always been in favor of it.
He got hit with a great shot, but he was on his feet. He was moving. He was punching back, and I thought that was a very quick whistle. Let's take a look right here, though. We're going to see what I remember to be a bang. Was it a right over the top?
Oh, yeah, right on the point of the chin. Look at the legs. Dawson can barely stand up. He's staggering, floundering over there. Moves back to the rope, can barely stand up. I don't know what's keeping him up.
And take a look at the stance, though. Having him hurt, Nwamu went into an orthodox stance. And right there, Mike Ortega jumping in, and I don't know.
I mean, you could argue it, but I very rarely get on the case of a referee. If there is no standing A count, and there is none because of the Association of Boxing Commissions, of which I once was president, we did away with the standing A count. I wasn't in favor of it, but I did it, and this is the reason there should be a standing A count.
Well, one corner very happy, one corner very argumentative right now, as Dawson yelling at the commission, yelling at the doctor in his corner. Certainly felt the fight should have gone on. And Pat Nwamu along with Joel Juder and Al Gavin in his corner. Very happy. We take a look there. You saw for a second Eddie Dawson not happy about the justice handed out to him, and it came all the way from Canada to get it. Nevertheless, though, Punching Pat's going to improve to 4-1. That's his second win by knockout. Eddie Dawson will drop down to 5-3. We're going to get the official time of the stoppage from our ring announcer, Sandy Redeye.
Mike Ortega,
All right, once again, Nwamu will improve to 4-1, his second win by way of knockout. Hopefully he'll stay a lot busier in 2003. As well for Eddie Dawson, who came in, put on a good show till he got tagged. Was it a quick whistle? We'll let you be the judge. He drops down to 5-3. All right, Randy Gordon's got Patrick Nwamu. Take it away, Commissioner.
Thanks, Arnie. Okay, Patrick Nwamu, you were in there, you were battling away, and then all of a sudden, I believe it was an overhand right that found the point of his chin, and what was going through your mind then?
Well, he was pretty tough, and I just wanted to take my time. But in the third round, my corner told me to step it up, so I had to be a little bit more aggressive. And when I caught him, I just saw that I stunned him. I thought that he was getting a little tired, but I wasn't exactly sure, so I took it pretty precautious there. And when I caught him, I just went for the kill. That was it.
Did the strength, he really was a light heavyweight coming up. I don't want to take anything away from you. He was a light heavyweight coming up. He said he was going to take the fight to you. He tried to take it to you. Did you feel you were a lot stronger than him?
I could say I was stronger than him. I felt that way, but, you know, sometimes the strength doesn't count. I think it's more skill. I just thought I had a little bit more skill than him, but I had to pick my shots. He was strong, and I thank Eddie Dawson for coming down from Canada to take the fight. He's got a lot of heart.
Hey, let me ask you this. The last time we saw you was well over a year ago. You said you really wanted to stay active. Then all of a sudden, here comes a year layoff. What happened?
You know, as you remember, I'm my own manager, and I'm still learning. Not to say that, you know, I couldn't afford a lot sooner, but the right fights didn't come up, and, you know, I need a little bit more financial backing. I've got a young guy from Howard Beach, Queens, by the name of Joey Scopo. He's interested in working with me. I've got a woman named Rita Balzano of Rita B Jewelry down in Allentown, Pennsylvania. She's sponsoring me. And, you know, I got a lot of advisors, so it's just taking a little bit of time. I'm sorry about that.
But don't you think you should have your own manager? Other fighters do. You see where they go with it. Don't you think you should? Don't you think it's about time?
I wouldn't mind having a co-manager, but I just want to have some control of my career. And the right person hasn't come along. You know, I do this for fun as well as to be a world champion.
Come on, Pat.
And right now I'm just having fun. You know, I'm not really stressing, you know. I want to be an actor too, so it's like, you know, I have a lot of other things that I can do if boxing isn't right, and I'm not going to just stress myself over boxing if it's not going to be correct.
You're going to try to get back in the ring very soon?
Oh, by the grace of God, yeah. I mean, tonight was good work, but I can do another 2 weeks to fight, you know.
Okay, well, last time, I believe it was 1 year off. Now we saw him back in the ring again. A very impressive knockout tonight. Fourth round knockout. He's now 4-1. His name is Patrick Nwamu. The New York City kid, Punchin Pat, is back again. And back to ringside we go to Arnie Tokyo Rosenthal.
All right, thank you, Randy. And a very diverse Patrick Nwamu at that, who's now 4-1 with 2 knockouts. Lots of boxing to come. Stay with us. We're swinging on the star.